Too much chatter on that new Garrett Apex? I'm going to show you a couple different ways to reduce or eliminate all of that chatter. Coming at you right now. Good morning, all you YouTube detectorists. My name is Tony and this is 5280 Adventures. If you enjoy metal detecting tutorials or metal detecting adventures, what you're going to need to do right now is hit that subscribe button. Make sure that you click the bell for notifications, and that way you won't miss out on any of my exciting videos. I truly appreciate it. I've had a lot of questions on social media about the brand new Garrett Apex having way too much chatter when you turn on the machine and you try to hunt with it. I've got 3 different things to show you here on the brand new Apex that's going to reduce or eliminate some of that chatter when you're out metal detecting. Well, what's happened with me was when I first turned on my Apex, I got a lot of chatter, a lot of feedback when I went to go hunt. Well, one thing that you can start with is as soon as you turn on your Apex, anytime that you go out detecting, is make sure that you hit that ground balance. You're gonna press in that ground balance, pump the coil up and down against close to the ground there, and that's going to balance it based on the mineralization of the soil. It's gonna balance it with the machine. That will help reduce some of the chattering that's going on with the Apex. The next thing that I look for to stop that is equipment related. What I do is we're gonna look at the actual coil that's sending the signal to the box. There's something that potentially could be interfering between the coil and the box itself. So I start right here at the top. I make sure that I've got that coil cord completely screwed in tight. You don't have to take a wrench to it or anything like that, just hand tighten it. Make sure that connection is not loose or wiggling. If it is loose or wiggling, that will cause some feedback as to what the signal is from the coil up to the box. The next thing that I look at is I continue down. I check my cord all the way down to the coil, make sure that there's no frays, there's no damage, there's no breaks in the coil itself. If that looks good, I head right over to here to where the connection is for the coil cord going into the coil itself. This is heavy reinforced rubber that is actually at the connection right there. You can wiggle that, see if there's any fraying up here. With this being a brand new machine, there shouldn't be anything that should be damaged on it, but you never know. The final thing that I look at is the actual coil itself. I'm gonna pop off the coil cover and I'm gonna look and see if there's any breaks on the bottom of the coil itself. Now what I do in a gently soft motion is I'll actually put some pressure on the coil and flex it backwards. If you have a break in anywhere on this back coil, you're gonna actually see it disconnecting from each other. After you overlook all of that, we've determined that this coil and coil cord is operating 100% efficiently. We're gonna move on to the next part to try to reduce all of this chatter going on. Once we've gone through our equipment check and we turn on our machine and ground balance, again, that is very important when you start using your machine anytime that you go out metal detecting. Once we turn that on and we're starting to get that chatter again and we're not moving it anywhere, the next thing that you can do is change the channel. Why would we want to change the channel? Well, we may be getting some EMI from different power lines. We may be getting EMI from a another machine that might be close to us detecting. So we can make the changes right on the machine to change the channel. Now, in order to change the channel, what you're going to do is you're going to go through the menu button. You're going to press that 5 times until you get down to channel. From there, you can press the negative or the positive buttons that are next to the menu button, and you can change the channel up or down. What I would suggest is try all 8 channels, see which one sounds the best for your machine based on that day, and run with that. That will reduce some of the chatter that's on the machine. So we've gone through the equipment, we make sure that the coil and the cord are working appropriately. We've changed the channel, but we still have some feedback or some chattering that's going on. The final technique that I would suggest for you is to actually do a hard reset on the Apex. Now to do this, you will turn your machine on, you will ground balance, you will change the channels, do all of that stuff, And then what you can do is actually hold that mode button, which is your power button, hold that in for 8 seconds. What will happen is after 8 seconds, you'll hear a double beep, and that means that you've actually done a hard reset on the machine itself. Now, I will caution you, if you choose to do a hard reset on the Apex, it will change your custom settings. It will essentially reset it back to factory settings. So if you do have a custom settings for your mode that you hunt with, it will reset it back to the factory settings from the beginning. So that's 3 different ways that you can reduce or eliminate some of that chatter out on the new Apex machine. What I want you to do now is leave me a comment down below. Tell me if this helped you in reducing all of that chatter that's on there. If you have another technique that I didn't mention in this video, please also tell me down below. I'm always looking to become a better detectorist and understanding the machines that I use. That way I can find better stuff. I really do appreciate you guys hanging out with me and watching this video. If you wouldn't mind, there's a video that just popped up on the screen. Click on that video there. I really think that you're gonna watch it. Continue watching. And as always, guys, I will see you on the next adventure. Take care.